Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Smith. This week we are going to be doing some activities around bubbles. So me and Mrs. E are here. I'm going to read you a story about bubbles and she is going to show you some different activities you can do with bubbles and where you can find bubbles. So here's a book, it's called Bubbles, and there's a little girl blowing bubbles, just like Mrs. E. Bubbles are round pockets of air inside a material. People make bubbles with many things. There's a bubble blower, a bubble bath, chewing gum. People make bubbles with soap, just like what Mrs. E is doing right now. Some bubbles float away. Outside they might fly up or float up into the sky, but inside here our bubbles are falling down to the ground and popping. People make bubbles in milk. Well, that's fun if Mom and Dad say it's okay. Look at all those bubbles. If you have a straw at home and Mom and Dad say it's okay, maybe you can try making bubbles in your milk. Some bubbles are in solids. And we have this Aero chocolate bar to show you the bubbles inside of the chocolate. They're inside of something solid. Some bubbles are colorful. If you have bubbles at home, I wonder if you can go outside and see all the different colors when you're blowing them. Here, I see pink and green when Missy is blowing the bubbles. Some bubbles stick together. So in this picture, it looks like someone's washing some dishes and all these little tiny bubbles are sticking together. Here's some dish soap and some water. Oh, and there's lots of bubbles. And they're sticking together. See if maybe you can help Mom or Dad wash the dishes one time and see all the bubbles sticking together. I guess we have to now. Here, give it a pause. We might have to edit these last few ones here. People make bubbles while chewing gum. This little boy in the picture, he blew a really big bubble. And blowing bubbles in gum is a tricky thing to learn how to do. Mrs. E is trying, but they're only little bubbles when she's blowing her gum. That might be something fun to try. People make bubbles underwater. Okay. Oh, that was funny watching Mrs. E blow bubbles in water. This little boy is blowing bubbles when he's at the swimming pool. So next time you go swimming, see if you can put your face underwater and blow some really big bubbles. Maybe you can make even some funny noises like Mrs. E did when she was blowing bubbles. Bubbles hold air, and some bubbles hold people too. How much fun it would be to have a big bubble wand and blow a bubble that would go right over top of you. So that's some fun ways that you can make bubbles. I also found some bubbles around my house in this honey that I had. There's lots of little bubbles inside of the honey. And this little hand sanitizer bottle, it has lots of bubbles in it too. So let's see if you can have some fun making bubbles and finding bubbles around your house. Play lots and keep reading lots of books. We miss you guys.